Hi, welcome. In this session, let's discuss the question how to ace in listening tests. So, before getting into the strategies and tips, let's quickly discuss the format of listening test. Usually, I'm speaking with regard to the IELTS exam. So, generally you get 40 questions split through 4 sections, and for the listening test, you have the same set of questions for IELTS academic and IELTS general exam. Now, 30 questions should be answered correctly to score a band of 7 and 35 questions to score a band of 8. And the main difficulty in IELTS listening is a lack of time. Personally speaking, listening test has been the toughest for me because in the listening section, you are expected to listen, read and write at the same time, and therefore, I would say it's actually a test of your concentration and ability to manage time in a very precise way. So, these are the strategies that I would like to share with you from whatever little experience I have with preparing for international English tests like IELTS and TOEFL and GRE. Now, it's important that you read all the questions in a particular section before listening to the sample. This is the first thing I want you to do. Read all the questions in the paper, or if you're opted for the computer test, please go through the questions before listening to the sample. And when the recording starts, come back and read the questions and see what you are expected to answer, or see if there is anything that you are expecting in the listening sample. Now, listen to the recording while it is played. So, you get a few seconds to revise your answers and use that time to read the next set of questions. Very important here, listen to the recording while it is played. You get a few seconds to revise your answers and use that time very well to read the next set of questions. Now, always keep an eye on two questions, that is the one you have and the next one. So, the question and the next question, I would say. So, sometimes you may find really short questions and several long answer options. So, when you read them before the recording, pay attention to the keywords in the answer options. As soon as you realize that certain options are wrong, strike it off from the list of options. Now, another strategy that you should employ is predicting the answer. For example, let's say filling the blank type of questions with one or more words. Okay, so you're expected to read the question. So, read the sentence and predict your answer. Ask yourself, would it be a noun, would it be a verb or an adjective that's going to fit the blank, or what kind of information are they expecting? Is it a house number, is it a street name, is it a color? Therefore, prediction of answers is very important strategy, I would say, in the listening test. Now, the next important thing that I want to share with you is that spelling matters. In the filling the blank type of questions, you might have to make a note of names and street names. They will be spelled out in the recording. Make a note of the spelling immediately. Quite often, you may have to note down a telephone number, and this usually happens. For 2 times I have attended IELTS exam, and both the times I had to note down the telephone number. So, be very attentive when you listen to the telephone numbers being read out. And it's quite common for native speakers to use the sound O instead of the number 0. If you have 2 zeros, then it would be pronounced as double O, and if you have 3 zeros, then it would be pronounced as triple O. Now, 2 type of tasks that require you to read a lot are: 1, the multiple choice or multiple select questions. Well, it has 4 to 6 long options. and in multiple select questions again you have one or more right options to be selected. So the key here is to read everything as much as possible before the recording starts. Again, very important point, before the recording starts, please go through the questions very carefully. Also highlight keywords, but then this is not possible for computer based exam. Listening tasks therefore are easier in a paper based exam. Now activities based on maps and directions are frequently asked, and therefore it's important that you always remember the direction. Make sure that you find the starting point before the recording starts, very important. Make sure that you find the starting point before the recording starts, only then you can follow where you need to go. Now at the end you will be given 2 minutes to check the answers. Use this time very effectively to check the spelling of the words you have written down or typed. Check if the answers written down are grammatically correct, because if they spot spelling errors or if they find the sentences written to be grammatically incorrect, then you are going to lose marks. Therefore, at the end please check your answers. With that we are coming to the end of the small session on how to ace in listening test. I hope this session is useful to you. I will meet you with a different topic on a different day. Until then, stay safe, take care, bye.